Trash to Cash podcast, episode 110 to 20, somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
13,
It's over
14,
100,
or 12.
it's under 200.
How's it going? I'm Dave, the ADH guy. With me, as always, is Kevin, the octogenarian. And down below, we have Carrie, the American arbitrage.
Yes, American
Kevin, you're
arbitrage.
looking particularly ancient this morning.
Well, thank you.
Man.
Appreciate that. I don't have a hat on, y'all. I'll have to
I
get
know,
it.
Look at that, dude. You're giving the ladies what they want.
Yeah, that's what they want.
You
They want
gotta
to see
do,
his
man.
flowing locks.
Dude, look at
they're
that,
looking
dude.
for.
Look at
Listen,
that.
right off the jump, I've got to start the show like this because I've gotten like 6 emails about this week. I mean, I don't know how many times I've told everyone watching exactly what the Trash to Cash event is, but I keep getting emails. What's the Trash to Cash event? What are you doing at the Trash to Cash event? And so let me tell you.
Today.
First of all, let's thank our sponsors. We do have 2 sponsors for the
we
Trash to
do.
Cash
We
event.
do.
We have My Reseller Genie, the best
Tylenol,
accounting
Tylenol
software.
PM, not the AM, the PM.
The best accounting software if you're a
best.
reseller. Use it with a link that Kevin will hopefully put down below because you know I ain't doing it.
Code Commonwealth, baby. Link
Whatever.
below,
That's fine. You
50%.
can use that.
Yeah.
You can use that as long as you tell them we sent you, so they know. But thank you for sponsoring the
Thank
event,
you.
and then also Vendu. Vendu has agreed to sponsor the event. Thank you, Vendu, the #1 cross-listing app. The cross-listing app that actually has auto delist, completely functional, and I
Look,
use on a daily basis.
I
And it pays
prefer-
for itself every single month. Vendu is the bomb. Link down below. We have a special event for the show, our link for the show.
Okay.
Vindu is the sponsor. Vindu
You
is the
save
sponsor.
25% off your first month with Vendu using the link below. And thank you, Vendu. Thank you, Maria and team.
But I'm just saying,
It's
with me,
not a
but
thing.
I would use Vindu today because we have to.
Vendu is the way
Kevin
to go.
even
Anyways,
thinks we should. That's
so
what he
the
said.
event is going to be cool. Basically, really quick rundown for those of you who clearly missed the last 4 episodes. We're going to meet Thursday night, probably in the hotel lobby, at the bar. I'm going to drink disgusting Diet Cokes that are not even carbonated.
Kevin's
going to
be doing what he told us was scouting. He will be scouting on night 1 at the bar, is what he told
for
us.
his swingcation.
Okay. Every vacation's a swingcation with Kevin.
Okay, and then the next day, Friday, the plan is to go to the Goodwill bins, maybe do like a little scavenger hunt, try to find like dirty diapers and stuff.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to a mini golf course.
this
We're rented
sound
out the
good?
whole mini golf
It
course.
sounds good.
We rented out a whole mini golf course for a couple hours. We're going to do pizza. And then in the afternoon on Friday, we're going to have like a live podcast recording and a meet and greet. We're going to have like a little room that we rented out in the hotel with a PA system. You'll get to meet people. Maybe Kevin will do his stupid speech he does at all the events he goes to where he
So,
asks
like,
people questions about
How many
himself.
chickens do I have that aren't dead?
We'll probably let Vendu say hi for 10 minutes, and my reseller Genie will come say hi for 10 minutes, and then we will have some sort of 7-Up, heads up 7-Up. Kevin, did you ever play that in your
7-Up.
class?
Oh, yeah.
That's a fun game.
Oh,
That's
with
a
my
fun game.
class?
Yeah, like, did you ever
Maybe,
like say,
like,
hey guys, we're
one
going to play
time.
7-Up?
You ever played it with 7-Up?
I think
if
I
you put
did,
your head
like,
up, you just tag them with a can?
No?
20 years ago when
pretty
there was
good.
like a lockdown or something. We were stuck together for like 6 hours. I finally gave in.
I loved the 7-Up games. Anyways, Saturday, after all that fun and goodness, we're going to probably all split up and go to yard sales. And then Saturday afternoon, we're going to have that little meeting space again where we'll probably do a live whatnot. Maybe we'll even let people put some stuff in the whatnot and sell it real quick, some of their best finds from the day or something. I think that'd be kind of fun, right, Kevin?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whoever has like the coolest finds, we sell their stuff too in the what. Yeah, it'd be
We
kinda
will,
fun.
yeah. And the cool thing about that I don't know if we're sugarcoating or we're going over is we're going to keep the proceeds. So
Yeah,
it's going to
we're
be
team, yeah.
it's
Kevin,
going to benefit
specifically
us a lot.
Kevin. Yeah,
Kevin.
And then
Kevin
we're going
does like to take all the proceeds for everything.
a Brazilian steakhouse churrascaria for all you can eat meat
Proscaria.
from
Get a
like
Brazilian.
5 to 7 p.m. Yeah, Kevin's gonna get a Brazilian while we're at the Brazilian restaurant. Double.
gonna get
He's a
a
manscaping
second-
professional.
A second phallic tattoo while down in
Carrie, he's moving beyond manscaping into Brazilians. That's kind of
nice.
where Kevin is
Exactly. He wants to leave a little bit. He doesn't
was
want to
You know, I
get rid of
found
it
out
all.
the secret to that, the whole manscaping thing. Mike Deathpile Picker was the one watching that in his cabin, but it was because he was going to be assisting Kevin.
Yeah,
with the
exactly. He knows
manscaping.
how. He
Just
knows,
as a friend.
He knows how violent and mean Kevin gets if you don't do things correctly.
You have
so
to
it makes
manscape
sense.
perfectly if you're.
He
gonna
was on
help
my
Kevin.
picker video today. I
sorry.
had to
Wow.
delete comments I don't do that often, but I had to off of this
Really?
video.
They were that bad?
A few of them. A couple
What were
of
they
them
about?
How can you trash Rod? I can understand Mike, but how do you trash Rod?
It's hard to
Rod's
trash
awesome,
Rod. He's
yeah.
a nice guy.
Rod is a
What were they
sweetheart.
trashing him about?
Picking
It
and
was-
punching and flipping.
It was just like, you should do these on your own. Too many people. I don't
Oh,
like
they
this
say that
guy.
crap when I'm
Although
on your
some
videos,
people,
too.
Yeah, I know. But some people just think Rod is, sexy wrestler guy.
People hate
Yeah.
change, Kevin. People hate
Yeah.
change. That's
Mike
what
gave
we
me a
say.
loan at that sale. I ran out of money.
Nice.
And he, like, here you go.
He
just made
bankrolled you.
And he did.
That's
He
cool.
did.
Okay,
And then
so
I stole stuff.
So it'll be fun. And then a lot of people are sticking around until like Monday night. That's up to you guys. Me and Kevin and Carrie will probably go over to the Webster Flea Market and do a live whatnot sale at the Webster Flea Market, and we'll shop at the Webster Flea Market. We don't know. We're definitely gonna.
Nobody
Well, at least
knows.
me and Carrie are gonna go there because Carrie's got his ticket. I don't know if you know
Yeah.
that, but Carrie and Dawn have their tickets.
Yeah, I have a plane ticket. We're on Delta, so we don't have to go on Frontier and just
Yes.
hope we make it. So it's good.
You did pay for that ticket, Kevin. I just want you to be aware.
Well,
Yes,
I have
you
no doubt.
did.
I have no doubt.
So,
I've said
but-
on my show.
First class, and thank you so much.
I
Yes.
said on my show the other day, I said, I'm sure I will, I told people how much it was and all that stuff. I'm like, I'm sure I will lose money on this.
Well, no
thing.
one
There's
signed
no
up from
doubt.
your video or mine. We both
Really?
mentioned it, and we didn't get a single sign up. The
Wow.
only
I
sign
know-
up we got
Cam.
was today.
Yes.
Cam bought a ticket,
No, we
and
got
so
another
maybe he
person.
saw your video, and another person.
No
Carrie,
beard.
Which
that-
could help bring
Bicker?
people. We should mention it.
Yes, Harold Tornado and his plus one,
Oh, wow.
Haley Tornado.
Haley-
Wow, I
The
thought
be
he was
tornadoes
coming.
done with
will
that.
be there.
Which means maybe he can convince Joey Bada Bing
Yeah.
and Drew
And that-
to all pony up
They're
150
all right
bucks
there.
and come. They're all right there. They don't
we
even
could
need the
get Ethan,
hotel.
just get them in.
Yeah.
All they have to
spending
do
the
is pay
t-shirt
for the
money.
ticket. That's all. Like, and they're
That's it.
expensive.
150 bucks. They can stay at their
We
house.
get that money, and
Yeah,
that's really beneficial
but
to us.
if they were gonna go get a Brazilian steakhouse, they'd have to spend 70 bucks
Yeah.
anyway. So it's
100
an extra.
I don't
70
even know how
bucks.
much
You're
those
fine.
are.
All these
Then you
people
get to
in
hang out with
Florida,
us.
Yeah.
all these
What's that?
pickers in Florida, and we can't get these
Dude,
people to come.
Rod hasn't bought a ticket.
Paul?
Mike hasn't bought a ticket.
God.
Paul
Dude.
hasn't bought a
Oh.
ticket.
Oh
These
my
people,
gosh.
they're just
They're
spoiled by
expecting
Josh.
freebies.
They're
That's it.
spoiled by
Which,
Josh.
Exactly.
Maybe I should give
We've
them-
realized, like, usually when they have these events, it's like 100 plus of the people are just free influence.
Free friends
Influencer
of the
tickets,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not like that.
Josh
we want
is
your
just
money.
spending the money he made off of the trash to cash T-shirts on
That's
this.
true.
So it's like it's fair.
I think it was
That
he
is
felt
true.
guilty,
We have
yeah.
bankrolled Josh's bank. Well, literally bankrolled his bank. Okay, so dude, what's going on in the Resellerverse? I had a really slow start to the week. I got in a
Yeah.
car accident. We're having fun, guys. I found my lost footage. So
Oh,
good
I
and bad.
saw
What's
you
that little-
sent. How did you find it?
Dude, I was putting in my memory cards one more time. I was like, maybe it'll be there this time. The same memory cards I've already done. Now, there was one card that just wasn't reading at all. It was saying corrupted. And I put it back in. I actually installed that program Andrew used to help you find some footage. Once that was installed, I put in the card and it just showed up. It just showed up. And then when it showed up, the footage was on there from the tribute store, from the garage sale. So I got a whole nother Universal garage sale video. I was so excited.
Yeah, I
That
saw
was
it
the
pop
highlight of
off
my
on your
week.
thing. I'm like, really?
Yeah. And it's
then
getting a
I
lot
was
of
like,
views.
I thought I lost
That's
this.
cool.
That's good.
Mhm.
Good for you. It did not
was
happen
very
for me, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, I was
And
very
he
excited to
tried.
get
He
that.
tried.
Yeah. And then, but yeah. So
I'm getting glass, y'all. Oh, go ahead.
No, let me hear about your glass.
Well, listen, I was just going to say, I thought I'd have no more chances back here to have any footage, but there's been a few little Friday sales of all things around me, and I've hit some sales. I bought out an entire garage full of glass, and immediately when I got it home and started to move it, I'm like, what have I done?
Yep,
What
put it
have
on
I-
I sold
Knick-Knack.
uranium
Put it on
today.
Knick-Knack.
I sold
I
some
want to.
uranium.
Just
I sold
straight
some
uranium? Like a
Jocelyn's
core?
listening.
Yeah, Homer Simpson's.
Jocelyn, if you're listening, I know you have like 1,800 applicants, but bump me up there a little bit. Maybe.
you message
Give me
her?
some. No, I didn't
Yeah.
message her. I don't want any. Yeah, I do. I want special treatment.
Yeah,
I
so
want to
message her.
be bumped up to this. It's all right. I got a lot of glass. I'll wait for Tim to come in May, and if she hasn't approved me by then or denied me by then, maybe I'll have Tim sell it with me.
We probably have
on whatnot or something.
we have a lot of people in the queue for selling on Dibit too, right?
Oh my gosh!
I went on
So
a
many.
I allowed a bunch of people
so
on at
many.
once, and I feel like it made you guys uncomfortable, so I chilled out.
No,
went on a
I do
little
too.
streak.
It's tough because there's a. Let me look at it. I'll have
There's
to find how many.
180 applications.
The
to
more
sell on
detail you can
Dibit.
give us about what you're doing, the better.
I'll
too,
tell you this
honestly.
because we're all looking at them, and what we really need to do to get through them is just to let somebody else do it because
Yes.
it's ridiculous. But when the ones I've looked at, because some I've approved and some I just look at, is my measure is, are your pictures better than mine? Because if they're not better than mine, if they're not better than Dave's, then you can't, so maybe you ought to.
Well, my measure is not that. My measure is, do they sell the kind of stuff we're trying to sell on DibDay? Right? If I go to the store
have a track
and it's all,
record of it,
yeah,
with a decent feedback, and for me, it's good pictures. I mean, decent pictures. I don't need nothing great. Mine aren't great.
The basic thing is if you can buy it at like a cow ranch store. Do you guys have cow ranch stores where you? If you guys can buy it at like a feed store, it'll fit in on DibDay.
Oh, like Tractor Supply?
So Tractor Supply. So yeah, Carhartt, Bibs, Breyer horses, horse feed, tackle. That'll work.
Okay, so just to explain, Dibdit is like our little marketplace.
I thought we were supposed to talk about this later.
Well, Carrie brought it up. We're focusing on selling like
just forget I said anything.
Sports cards, collectibles, and any sort of 80s, 90s, Y2K, like, pop culture cool stuff, right? And so like a lot of people are applying to sell on there, which is awesome, and we want a lot of people selling there. But I also feel like we let in a little bit at a time so we can train them and say, nope, you can't list that paper plate holder. Nope, you can't list that paper towel. Like whatever it is, right? Like it's just because it takes people a little while to learn that.
And to learn the magic feature and just to learn how to talk in the threads. That's my favorite part about this so far. And let me tell you, if you get in, you will likely make a sale to Dave. He is the number one buyer.
You're the number one buyer right now. You passed me.
I am? It's because I spent $180 on one purchase. That's it.
But I usually am the number one buyer. I'll have to go buy something.
If you want to sell stuff on Dibdit, find some wrestling figures, lot them up, give Kevin a deal. He has no control.
There's some really cool WCW wrestling figures that Josh is selling. Do you see those? Or you're not a WCW guy?
No, not really. Not really. But let me tell you, it's been fun. I've had a good time. It's been, I think we are close to $1,500 in sales in a couple weeks.
Yeah, well, and so the way this works is the fees are split, right? With this platform owner district, and me, Kevin, and Carrie split the rest, right? Well, supposed to be. That was the deal. That was the deal. And then all of a sudden, me and Carrie noticed, we're not getting any. And now, mind you,
it's like Kevin
it's almost
bragged
no money.
about the money coming in.
Yes.
And then we looked, and it wasn't even coming into us.
No, he's getting all the money.
He could have just kept his mouth shut. I would have never noticed.
I mean, to understand, that's what,
7%, baby.
What is that? Like, it's like 5% of, you said 1,500 in sales? Is that right?
Yeah. Well, but it's not.
Well, some of it is our stuff.
What we've sold.
We don't charge ourselves.
Yeah, I think it's like $20 in.
Yeah, it's like $20. Like
But Kevin got it all.
Kevin was excited. He's like, we made $1.40 today. He's out there making thousands of dollars an episode of his shill shows he's doing on YouTube.
Shill shows.
And he's upset. He's just so excited about $1.40.
And me and Carrie, we got it.
We didn't get nothing.
It was tongue in cheek, y'all.
Yeah,
that's not what I felt. That's not what I felt. The vibe.
That's what he calls his swinger convention, by the way. Tongue in cheek.
You're right. Carrie would have. Dave eventually would have.
I would have noticed it.
Carrie would not have ever.
Carrie would have never noticed. I would have noticed. I would have messaged Kevin, say, "Yo, 50-50."
Look, man, I'm in it. I'm in it for the love of the game, not the money, guys. I'm in it for the love of the game.
But I will say, I tested the live feature, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about before the show. But you guys said to start the show, so. When are we going to do like a live-a-thon or something? Like we should go and do a bunch of lives.
I'll just tell you,
it went well. I did when it went well.
I think we need to have like some people. The whole point of this, not the whole point of it. The point was to make money and to have fun, but is to mix people who are good sellers. We talk about this all the time. We talk about there are good sellers and good people with good stuff on whatnot. They just can't get the traction, right? And this is something where I think we need to purposefully make sure some of those people are in this mix because there's a lot of people who have applied and have got on who have track records, social media, and whatever. I think we need to make sure we don't throw all of them on the lives. We need to really get these other folks in, and you guys have agreed. So I think it's the way to do it.
Anyways, so the point is, look out for at some point.
So we have to come up with a time.
We need to come up with a time to do this.
I've said the whole time it's up to you two because I don't even want to go on the first day.
No,
I don't even know what I'm doing. I feel like
I
need to have like Eric come out here and hold my hand and do it while we're doing it.
You need someone else to do it for you. Yes.
Yeah,
which is typical for you.
You know how to do a live. You're on Whatnot, dude.
It would be nice to get. It would be nice to get to 1,000 members, but I don't know. Kevin said he'd get us 1,000 members, but he just hasn't done it.
He didn't.
He hasn't done it.
He didn't do it.
I mention it in like every episode. No one comes.
That's all I did.
My opinion.
We're at number 9. We're at number 9 market.
I've been yelling about it on Pinterest. Every video I'm doing on Pinterest is about it. It's not helping. It's not going fast enough.
We're number 2 in collectibles behind Crazy Lamp Lady. But you got me in trouble. I was messaging Pete.
No, behind Pete. We're behind Pete.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Pete and Pete, good show.
Speaking of Pete,
did Pete watch the show?
No, he's like, I heard that you're coming after me. In this,
we are.
And I'm whatever.
We definitely are.
So,
and we will pass him without a doubt.
I'm just like, I didn't say that, Pete. I didn't say
you
that.
Didn't say it. You did say it. You just didn't want it said publicly.
But I'm saying it. I'm saying it. It's inevitable, Pete. It's inevitable.
Is it? He's up to 1,700.
No, there is zero chance we don't pass him. Zero chance. Zero chance.
With the power of Carrie's TikTok.
Now, I'm telling you, I haven't even unleashed. I haven't unleashed my Facebook card page yet.
Could you get J-Ride? Can you get J-Ride to make a TikTok about it?
J-Ride will make a TikTok about it. How you can make $300,000 at a gas station or whatever the heck he's going on about.
Is he really doing reselling content at this point? I feel like
I don't know what he's doing. I think he's trying to. I feel like he's trying to do comedy, but I don't know if he understands what comedy is. That's what I feel.
Oh man, you're getting in trouble today.
I like J-Ride.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was a Bearded Pickers podcast, and I'm sitting there listening and packaging this stuff up, and the topic of conversation comes to trash to cash, and they're just talking about trash to cash, and I think he might even come. Scott might come to the Florida event.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And they wanted me to come on live and talk about dibit because they didn't,
Is he one of the beard picking guys? One of the pickers that has beards?
Yes.
I think he is the first of the bearded.
He is. He's like the OG Monopoly picker.
When are we going to start seeing mustache pickers? Because I feel like the mustache is coming
back.
Younger than us. People younger than us, like a Dalton, they're wearing mustaches more and more. I feel like there's going to start to be like mustache pickers.
Yeah. Ray, he'll probably rename his channel.
Well, speaking of Ray, there was some horrifying tornadoes near him. Have you heard from him?
No.
He's okay. I saw on
today.
Instagram. He says
he posted. Okay,
that's good.
Okay. That's good.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, that's
eBay.
crazy.
I talked to Dave this week. I said, "How are your eBay sales, Dave?" And he said,
they were so bad.
"Yeah, I don't think I have
they were so bad." I mean, we'll talk about my car accident too, but yes, on the eBay front,
it wasn't really a car accident. You've never really been in any accidents in your car.
I have been in accidents.
You were in just like a little fender bender, dude. You're really trying to make it bigger than what it was.
It was a bender fender. Carrie, listen, it was traumatizing. Okay,
I know you were upset about it. I know that.
I hate my car now, and now I need a brand new car, a Corvette or something of the. Yeah, Kevin asks a question and then disappears, but he's still there listening, guys. He's just smoking.
He's putting some Zen in his cheeks or whatever.
Some Zen up his cheeks. Which cheeks? You take a guess.
An enema. Okay. He's placing an enema in.
Yeah. So no, I mean it was my fault. It was the stupidest thing. Like. It was just I was talking to Tina because she was shipping my whatnot while I was out playing. Let's get that straight first.
Dude, you were
me and Rod and Lloyd were
hours away from your home.
Yeah, me and Rod and Lloyd were at Sir Henry's haunted Christmas trail because they invited us out. So we went out there and we were like, we were making a video about it. And I felt special till I got there and met the other people they invited. I did feel special for a minute, but when I met like the 5th person who had 8 followers on Instagram, I was like, I'm not special at all. but we had a very nice time. And then Tina called me. She's like, there's just so many packages, Dave. And I said, get back to work. No. No, she was kindly shipping my whatnot all-day auction, my 8-hour auction. She was asking me a bunch of questions.
So you left the day after the 8-hour auction? Yeah. You just left her there to ship all by herself?
It was 2 days
I would never.
You definitely would.
It was 2 days. You'd never catch me doing that.
I went to the gas station.
I'd be in the other room while she shipped it. I wouldn't be helping, but I would be in the same area, generally. In the same city, at least.
Yeah, just so you could, like, have the empathy, right? You could be like, that does suck that you're working so hard, Don. That really sucks.
You're doing a great job.
Anyways, I stopped at the gas station, and then I'm leaving the gas station, trying to follow my GPS while I'm talking to her. And, of course, you're trying to change between the speaker and the GPS, because I don't have a fancy car where it, like, shows up on CarPlay. So I have to, like, look at my phone. And I looked down at my phone and I smashed into the back of the person, stopped at a red light, and kind of wrecked her bumper. Kind of wrecked my bumper too. I'm torn on whether or not I'm going to file a claim, but she definitely already did because I got a phone call from them.
I'm glad you're okay, Dave, and I know it's traumatizing.
Yeah, we're all okay. She said her back hurt, which
here's a real story. Do you want to hear a real car wreck story, Dave?
Yes.
From somebody who's been in some, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're a worse driver than me, and I
was driving my van, my work van. It was pretty dope. And
work van doesn't sound right.
Yeah, and I was making a left, and I wanted to change the radio. I was listening to the sports radio, and I wanted to change the station because Jim Rome was on commercial or whatever. And then I accidentally got T-boned by somebody who had a brand new car, and it was my fault because I stopped looking, and then totaled my van, and they totaled their car. Dawn, I just started dating Dawn, so she was able to save me. She came and picked me up on the side of the road.
Well, that's something I think about. If I hadn't hit that lady, I might have driven right through the red light and gotten T-boned. So it could have been way worse.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's all about perspective, I guess.
Just everybody drive safely. If you're listening to this while you're driving, stop 10 and 2, folks. 10 and 2. Straight ahead. Look at your peripheries. Even if it's green light, sometimes people are running red, so check for that. Just be careful.
Well, and I was on the phone with Tina when it happened, and my phone, when I crashed into the lady, my phone goes flying into the windshield, right? And I'm like, oh, and I make a loud noise. I pick up the phone. I'm like, oh, she got in a car accident. She's like, wait, what's going on? I was like, I'll call you back, and I hang up, and she was not happy that that's how I handled her side of it, because like they've gotten a car wreck and hung up on me. What's happening? Like, she was not well pleased.
I was not that this is a car accident. The only one I've ever been in was a slow motion. I was sliding down a hill in the snow. It just started snowing, and I was talking to my parents, and I literally told them, I'm about ready to get in an accident. I'll call you back. Don't worry, I'm not going fast. And then I hung up, and I slid all the way down the hill, off the road, and tipped the car over.
Did you die?
No.
That's good. That's good that you lived.
And then the phone died.
Oh, typical. And so now you froze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine dying of freezing? That's got to be the worst.
Dave, you losing that footage. Every time I sell something from the footage I've lost makes me just...
breaks your heart a little.
I got an awesome Sesame Street
just
puffer jacket.
Hire the actors to come back, do a reshoot. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, what did you just say out loud as an adult? You just said I had an awesome Sesame Street puffer jacket?
It's a size medium Cookie Monster, like Big Bird. It's a puffer jacket. I bought it for $5 at the flea market here.
You were in your 40s when that show came out. Why are you so connected to this?
Yeah. $55 for that
That's
thing.
pretty good,
and
honestly.
It's gone.
Kevin.
It's gone. Hey, I had a question. Let's throw a little whatnot in here real quick. So I got a message today from somebody, sincere message. They're like, what would you tell people who have tried whatnot now? Like they said, 9 or 10 episodes. They never have more than 5 people. Should they keep going with this thing or not?
No, just join our Dibit.
Dibit.
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, honestly, like, I don't.
So we
don't have a
following.
Well, but listen, there'll be other marketplaces on District they could join. Like, to me, I think for the person who doesn't want to spend the time building a following, if you're a great seller, I think you're gonna have more luck on District.
I told them no. I said I would not. I said I don't think I would have. Wasn't for the social media, I would never have done whatnot to begin with. It's hard. It's not impossible. Same thing we've always said. It takes some personality. It takes a consistent source, but the same type of items niched down, and you've got to be willing to lose money and build that up.
Yeah, you got to be willing to build it. Do your social media. Grow your social media along with it. And not all of us start with the charm of a Dave. Some people have a really weird, off-putting serial killer vibe, like Kevin on his verse video. But we get better, and it helped. And
listen, I know of people that, like in the Disney pin niche, for example, that are still losing money on some buys. And they buy just because they need to keep bringing the auctions. Mm-hmm. And so they'll say, oh, I'll lose money on this.
Yeah. But I'm so glad you guys have come to my point of view after all these years. A year later,
they're still losing money. I mean, listen, I think whatnot is cool. I think that some version of live selling is a part of the future, a big part of the future.
Without a doubt. Oh, there's tons of people killing it, absolutely killing it without social media over there. It's just hard to get there. You've got to be. How do you do it and not be niched?
Renzi's making $3 million a day now. I'm pretty sure.
3 million.
Sure that
they're pushing out 45,000 pairs of shoes a day up there in Maine. They don't even have that many feet up there.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? Can you name anybody who's successful doing this outside of social media, outside of being niched down?
Outside of being niched down, no.
You need to be super niched.
No, they're always super niched down. The people that I know that are successful are
I'm sure there are
type of item every show.
Like I mean, we talk about Flip the World Texas, right? Where he's not really niched down. He does have social media.
It's all women's clothes.
It's not all, but it is now mostly, right?
Yeah.
So
he'll throw in some
plush,
you're right. But it's pretty much all women's clothes.
Yeah.
His niche is bins though, which is like clothes and an occasional random.
But that's a consistent source at super cheap prices, and it's a just churn it. So
I watched this lady who goes to the Disney outlet store, which I've done a couple videos on. It's a cool store, and she will just sit there for 8 hours, and she'll just put stuff in the buy it now at a profit. Right, so if they're selling it for 20, she'll put it in her store for 40, and people will just come in and buy it, and that's her niche, and she doesn't mind.
Is she live the whole time in the store?
Live the whole time,
and they don't care.
The store does not care.
Just working a shift.
The store does not care, and actually, when I went to the store, I was like, I bet I'm gonna find her, and sure enough, I found her. She was sitting there walking around doing her whatnot in the store.
And of course, these people who are trying it like this, who are resellers like us, who sell everything, they're selling off the things that. It's hard when you know you can get $30 for something on eBay. Or $20 or $10 for something on eBay. You don't want to put that
30 times today when I was listening.
You don't want to put that. Yeah, but for somebody who doesn't have a following, it's even harder.
Yeah.
And so they're selling things that are $3 and $4 items on eBay, $5, $10 items, whatever. And with a small audience, I can't believe it's me saying this, but you're better off not buying that stuff or buying it so cheap you can lot it up.
Yeah,
that's just all there is to it.
We've grown, guys. We're a podcast that's willing to grow with the audience.
Yes.
Right. We learn. We're on a journey together here on this show. It's not like other hoity-toity podcasts about reselling.
That brings us to our premier
good at reselling
of this episode, Cialis. Always willing to grow with time.
Yeah.
Right here. So this is Taylor Exchange.
Yeah.
From the last, you commented on last video. He said, I agree with Kevin's take on listing and pricing in this episode, as opposed to you who undercut all the resellers out there.
Undercut if you want to sell. You guys can list it what you want if you don't want it to sell. That's totally fine.
No. And Dave, I will lead the boycott on promoted listings. So he agrees with Dave.
Dude, a lot of people messaged me saying that it was actually like a super interesting segment, that whole promoted thing. There was someone who was freaking out on the Facebook page. I did pay attention to the Facebook page about the whole fact that they charge you on like tax and shipping and all that, fees on all that stuff. Yeah. So
JK
I
Hoover.
We did provide interesting information last episode. Rare, but it happens.
JK, not JE.
JK Rowling?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there has to be a class action lawsuit that we can bring against eBay because there's no proof that you get anything for the extra money you pay, which I don't believe that's true. And if it were true,
I don't know how you could prove that. Kevin wouldn't. Kevin has too many people he knows high ups at eBay to do that.
Well, I would say also I got a bunch of messages saying eBay was going to permaban me because of my issues with my account name. And hopefully they don't. I mean, right now
what's the error what do you mean issues with your account name? What do you mean?
So basically, I mean, Carrie didn't listen the last 2 weeks, but basically, I've talked about this 2 weeks in a row.
Twice. Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
you'll remember.
I don't. At this
you
point,
drink
I don't
a
know what
lot
we're
before
about.
the show. You drink a lot before the show,
yes.
So it's fine. It's fine.
Deal with
it. Carrie. Basically, the issue was they wouldn't pay me out any funds because my account name was not matching the IRS records for my business name.
Yeah.
It was that. And so people were saying they got permabanned on eBay and stuff. Like, I don't know. I tried again. I talked to my accountant. I again resubmitted everything, and the error message is gone now. So I think it might be resolved. We shall see. If I get banned, it's going to make for a great video. Video.
And then he'll really be tough.
Then you go all in on Bonanza, dibbed it, and whatnot.
So I had this question, like, if eBay were to permanently ban me, or Daily Refinement, for example, I don't think he'd ever get banned.
Hypothetically.
Couldn't he just make an account in his wife's name? Couldn't he do that?
No.
Like, why can't he do that?
Because the IP address, bank account, anything that's connected, they're gonna. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say you can't do it.
The IP, I can spoof the address. Like, that wouldn't be that hard. Let's talk about how we can scam eBay on this show.
Gotta have a different bank account.
Well, my wife is literally a different person, so like, why would she be banned too?
She would be.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought it was an interesting topic.
All right, I sold Tom and Jerry Welch's glasses on Bonanza for $14.
Kevin has
That's
an
it.
account
That
for
sounds
his kids.
exactly like what would sell on Bonanza. Tom and Jerry vintage Welch's glass.
Oh, what a
love
nerd!
Yep.
What'd you make? What'd you sell them for? $2 plus shipping?
$14 plus shipping. And last week I sell like 2 things a week now, y'all. You'd laugh at me. Amazing Labyrinth board game, $20 plus shipping.
I'm convinced somebody clicks a picture on Google and then they just get their card charged before they have a chance to even know if they want it or not. That's how Bonanza.
I don't even get 5%.
Allegedly.
Kevin, I heard from a reputable source that all your videos are just about how easy it is to sell while everyone else struggles to sell.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
That is not true.
Also.
And he was a railroad fan.
Just wait till you see that video coming out.
Oh, yeah. That's my new favorite picker, by the way. The railroad one.
Oh, I forgot about that, dude.
That's pretty fun. I like that. Hey, I sold a signed, well, actually, Elijah sold a signed Merle Haggard CD set. I figured that's a Kevin item. Right?
Oh, Merle. Yeah. Okie from
So here's a question. And this is a good question, like, I think the audience would be interested as well. Like, how do you price a unique item like that? The box itself sells for $20 to $25. So you all of a sudden realize you have an autographed one, no COA. What kind of markup do you put on it?
All right. I would definitely go high to begin with and get interest. So throw out a $200 number for a couple of days, see if you get any followers. If you get nothing, delist it, relist it, 150, same thing, delist it.
Do your numbers change if it's a living star? If it's like,
there's so much nuance with autographs because there's people who have passed away that
like Merle Haggard's gone now.
Like people like Kevin may know this, like Stan Musial. He signed it nonstop for 20 years straight. There's so much signed stuff of his that Pete Rose is signing incessantly. So like sometimes it doesn't even matter. Like it's just not ever going to be worth that much.
Commonwealth picker.
He'll sign anything.
I might have.
Throw it in front of him.
I might have misled my son because he was like, "How much more should I list?" I said, "I don't know, double it, double the 25 and list it for 50." And it's sold.
Double it and give it to the next person is what
it sold in a day at 50. So maybe we could have gotten 100. Or I don't know. I just don't know.
Maybe
I didn't know what to do.
Maybe not. I think I would have started at 200. Just like I said, I don't think it would have sold there. No COA is tough, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No tough. COA, I wouldn't even put it on eBay personally. Really? I wouldn't put it on eBay because you can't prove that it's a real authentic autograph.
So just write in the description, no COA.
I don't think. I personally don't do that. I put it on Mercari.
But why?
Mercari, I don't care about.
No. But you think you're gonna get banned on eBay? Let's dig into that. That's insane. Yep. That's literally.
You know me, man. I am the most. People think I don't care about anything, but I care about a lot of things, and that's one thing I care about. Like anything I'm even remotely worried will mess with my eBay or mess with the eBay. I put it on Mercari
and TikTok too. That's why he's never made a dime.
Yeah.
But Dawn has messaged me about this sort of stuff too. Like Carrie won't let her list purses or anything like that. And it's like, Carrie, I understand
I'm so worried about it. I've gotten better though.
Listen, I understand being careful in a logical and realistic way, but when it's something that you literally can't get in trouble for, like listing something with an autograph and
will say this.
No COA, you can't get in trouble for that.
Yes, at this point with me having a card channel, I can. There's people who have sold in my niche that do content that have sold unauthenticated autographs and they've gotten in trouble in the community saying they shouldn't do it. So at this point, it doesn't make any sense.
But did those people disclose that it was unauthenticated?
They did. Yeah, of course. And you should do that, obviously. Yeah. Like if I were to put it on eBay, I wouldn't even, I don't know. I wouldn't put it on eBay. I have
a 1970s.
I'm not saying it's a big deal, but I wouldn't.
I picked a Chanel
comment below, guys. What would you do?
Bracelet up in Florida, Dave. It was at the what's that sale? We don't know. I'm supposed to mention that sale, right? Because we liked it so much.
Yeah.
I picked one up for like a quarter, 50 cents, and I'm like, this has got to be fake, right? Brought it home, and I'm looking at it. It's from the 1970s with like snake skin around it. I'm like, holy moly, this is like $100 and something here. And I was looking to see if there's any kind of, stuff where people are selling fake stuff like that. And I'm like, there's no way this thing's fake. 1970s, nobody's faking that thing.
Yeah, nobody did.
What was it though? I missed
the
I missed the beginning of it. It's a what kind of bracelet?
It's a class. I don't know what they call them. Some kind of bracelet that clamps down on you.
Something like.
Yeah. Pick two things up.
Vinny Bammarino or whatever his name
was. It was a terrible yard sale. Mike was there with me. It was in a garage. People were super nice. There was like nothing there, home decor and whatever. And there's this one little table that had 3 or 4 pieces of jewelry on it. And we were going to leave, and Mike was talking the guy's ear off, trying to buy his personal golf clubs or something.
Yeah.
So I started looking around, and I pick up this like Indian necklace thing looking, and it says Ralph Lauren on it. I'm like, sweet, how much? 50 cents. And I'm like, phew. So I started to look, and I found that thing too. I think it was 50 cents. I'll make $250 off those two things.
You're not going to wear it or anything?
I'm not going to give you anything.
Because you need more.
I wore
bracelets.
it for the next couple of sales, actually, just to get people to comment about how stupid I am for wearing these bracelets. Yeah. They do it all the time, man.
Nice. No, so Carrie,
if it was 2006, it'd be cool.
I want more from your do not list. Okay, so you don't do purses. You don't do non-authenticated autographs. What else won't you do?
Dude, I for a long time I didn't post any Nike. I finally started doing Nike. I think even Kevin knew about that. And I just started in the last year posting Nike stuff. Wow. Like I've gotten better. I'm not joking. I've gotten better over the last couple of years, partially because I'm not so worried about anything on eBay because we have Whatnot and we have Dibit and I'm
Velcro?
pretty big. I'm a pretty big Velcro. I won't. There was a time I wouldn't post anything Velcro, whether I said it was Velcro or not. Whether I
Dave?
Yeah, of course. Like I don't want them to even like accidentally see Velcro in there.
Well, so this ties into a Rockstar video.
All right, there we go.
We're going there. Rockstar. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of heat because Rockstar decided, and I want to know the reasoning behind this. Rockstar released a video talking about how a company is suing eBay sellers. 2 companies are suing eBay resellers, but he wouldn't name the companies. Why would he not name the companies? Was that just for flair?
Because what he said is he's afraid of retribution.
Like, what are they going to do if he's not selling this stuff? Are they just going to come beat him up?
Put off, hey,
he's like living the mobster lifestyle where Pop Socket's mob is going to come beat the crap out of Rockstar Flipper.
Look, when you're poking the bear,
open up his Pop Socket.
You're poking the bear. You're doing that, and then when you're not making those videos, you're making videos about people who aren't parking correctly or whatever. You're gonna get some thunder.
So Carrie, I'm doing a video and I'm talking. Last week I was talking about my Snap phone grips, right?
Yeah, Snap,
and how I got a bunch of them, right? And so he does a video saying how if you're selling a phone grip that's 2 words, you may get sued. And so I got a bunch of messages. Dave, you're gonna get sued because you're selling the thing Rockstar's talking about. I'm like, no, it's a completely different thing, a completely different company. Listen, it's not even similar.
All right, now I gotta watch this thing again, so I don't want to put any words in anybody's mouth. But my understanding of that lawsuit was that it was Amazon. Now the other poop emoji thing, right? But this is an Amazon deal. It sounds to me like, because he said don't sell any pop socket stuff. I'm like, dude, there's got to be thousands of stuff on eBay that's pop socket, sold and unsold, tons, right? I think the issue
isn't that fear mongering. Seriously.
Well, it got 20-some thousand views. I think what you have is these people were selling knockoffs. They were selling unbranded things, and they were using that airbag thing.
The word airbag. The word airbag, which is their trademark word.
And they were using it for non-pop sockets. That's I don't like trademark law that's that ridiculous, that's crazy that all these words and stuff can be claimed. However.
But they can.
They can. And if you're using that to sell something else, then there really is an issue. And it's not to make all these people.
Everyone now is delisting all their pop sockets
on eBay, which Pop Socket loves. They love it. So we're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're giving in to big pop sockets.
We should fight this stuff if it's illegitimate, and eBay should fight it with us if it's illegitimate. Now, in that case, I don't know if it's illegitimate.
Let's go on strike. On strike.
I think
Form a union.
Yeah. It's not illegitimate if knockoff companies are making a product that's exactly the same and then marketing it with a trademarked word that PopSocket owns, and then they sue people selling those.
It's why I don't put Enaman in my listings with my Enema Man, and I don't put I don't put that stuff in there.
Because it's not the same.
It's not. It's trademarked. It's copyrighted and whatever. It's not the same. So we didn't.
But I don't know. Like whatever. I don't think it's ill-intentioned, but I just like that video just confused and scared a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That's the thing that was bothering me, and they were all messaging me. I literally took
got
down my
messages, too.
listing. I took it down because I was like, I'll just put it back up after I explain this on my show, so people understand why I'm still selling it, because it's a different company, it's a different product.
You still keep selling it? I would.
Probably, yeah. If it was Pop
Heck
Socket,
yeah.
as long as it's a real official Pop
Just don't
Socket,
put
for sure.
Air something or other in whatever. Plus,
Yeah.
here's the deal: they went after a certain amount of people that I'm sure were selling massive amounts on Amazon, right? The likelihood, now I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not giving advice. The likelihood that a company like that comes after in a lawsuit for somebody who's sold a one-off is very, very low.
Right.
And even if it can, because what you can only sue for your damages.
Yep. Well, okay, and as Kevin said, we're not lawyers. Do not blame us if you do get sued. We do not take any responsibility.
No.
Do it at your own risk. Blah, 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 blah.
But I do want to make it known that I have stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
I bet you, even though we've explained how this probably isn't risky, there's no way Carrie ever lists a
Pop
If I
socket.
see a pop
Never.
socket at the thrift store, I'm throwing
Burn
it
it.
away. I'm not telling them.
But you should
Carrie,
turn
the other
this
big
to
one-
This shouldn't be on the floor.
The other big one that apparently is a big no-no, I don't know if you watched the video, is a poop emoji, which I didn't actually look into that one as much.
No, that would have required... The problem with watching Rockstar Flipper videos, allegedly, is that I have to watch them. So I typically do not.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're such a bully.
I'm not
Listen,
a bully.
I saw
It's
that
just it's just look. If I wanted to watch a guy just talk in front of a BMW at a lake, okay, I'd watch
Then you'd do
another financial.
You'd
guru.
watch Philly Flipper. You'd watch Philly
I'd
Flipper.
watch Philly Flipper.
Who's looking
Congratulations
terrific, by
to him.
the
He's
way.
losing a lot of weight. He's looking
Listen,
good, man. Do you see his pictures? He's looking great, man.
He's got to lose that wedding weight so he can look all hot in his
Yeah.
tuxedo,
Yeah.
so that in 20 years his kids can be like, "Wow, Dad, you used to be thin." At least that's what
you
happens to
gotta
me.
Hey, this story's right. That story's right up my alley, and I knew Rockstar Flipper would do the thing because these are important issues. And eBay needs to fight them with
It
it.
is.
But
No
but you want to report on them in a responsible way. That's
I
not
mean,
just.
I'm not saying it was completely irresponsible.
Allegedly. I wanna
It
keep
was
saying
Way
allegedly.
too cautious, and
But
not
just like,
pinpointed to the
even if
right
you could
people.
just say the name of the company,
Yeah, you can say the name.
to help customer
Of
or
course.
help viewers figure out what the heck you're
course.
talking about.
But that's what these companies want. They want you to be afraid. If you have authentic Harley Davidson stuff, right? The other argument here is that they can legally, because they own the Harley Davidson, you can resell, first sale doctrine, you can resell your own items that you bought, right? But you can't use their trademark words and stuff to sell their own authenticated stuff. I do not believe, well, that should not stand up in a court of law. That should not stand, because without that, if I have a Harley Davidson shirt and I list it as a Harley Davidson shirt, and the court comes in and says you can't use Harley Davidson in your listing to sell your Harley Davidson item,
It doesn't make any sense.
then there is no first sale doctrine. It should
Yeah.
not stand up. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and so ever since I crashed my car, I've decided I need a new car. By the way, my
New
car
car.
sucks now. Yeah, not new, not brand new, but
That
I would
car
love.
ran into that lady. It needs to go.
I'm putting all the blame on the car, not myself. If
Herbie.
my car had the thing my wife's car has where it vibrates when you're about to hit someone, I wouldn't have gotten in the accident. So I'm just saying, if my car had a built-in GPS, I wouldn't have been looking down at my phone. So I wouldn't have crashed. So basically, it's all my car's fault, not mine. I told the insurance company
I
that
agree.
they're not buying it. I told the lady I crashed into that she wasn't buying it. No one's buying what I'm selling. But I think that the end of the day, I need to just buy a nice, better minivan that's not as crappy. And it is crappy. It's more crappy now that the bumper's falling off.
Could I recommend a 97 Windstar? It's spacious.
Yeah.
You put one of those pine saw smelly things in there.
Yeah,
It'll
those
smell
are
brand
nice.
new.
Hey, over on the Patreon, which we have a few really wealthy
Oh, they're so
supporters.
wealthy. As
And
a
you know what?
Kevin.
The wealthiest supporters, we're so thankful for them. And anyone
The
who joins our
wealthy ones.
Patreons. Anyone, all of them. All of them,
but
all of our
especially the
Patreons
ones that are wealthy.
amazing. And Carrie, we have some that are so wealthy, we would
Yes.
consider them Kevin level
Yes.
wealthy, which is he's getting the dip
Yeah.
money. now, all of it.
Yeah.
So he's
Kevin
really
gets all the dip money.
I spent it on Del Taco today.
Yeah.
You got Del. Wait, how'd you get Del Taco? I'm like
Taco Bell. I wish it was Del Taco.
Get it airlifted in.
So orderituse.com. Thank you for your support. CJ
Yes.
Ben's fine. Thank you, Dealer, the Flipper Skipper, Lady Arbitrage, No
Lady
Nose Picker,
Arbitrage, that's
Remarkable,
Dawn.
Happy Hound Trading, Harry
Happy Hound
Tornado,
Trading.
Travelin' Shopper, Superhero Headquarters,
The
Vintage
Travelin'
Sports
Shop.
Flips, PaulsMerch.com, ABC Map, Brian Big and
PaulsMerch.com.
Fun, Ray's Heck Resell, Logan
Ray's
Murky,
Hell
Parker
Resell.
County Picker, and Biscuit Butt. Thank
Biscuit
you guys
Butt.
so
Buttery,
much
buttery
for your
Biscuit
support.
Butt.
Your
Biscuit Butt
biscuity
costs
butt
me
is so
money all
buttery.
the time. He's always
Ow.
sending out. Oh, go watch this person. They need people in there. Whatnot. They need people here.
Oh,
And I
he
go over
constantly
there.
does that to me, and then I have to
And
go
I'm like,
spend
oh,
money.
Also,
He
if
does.
you're a
Archie.
reseller coming into Vegas, he'll drive you anywhere all the time.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
time,
that's true.
every time I hear somebody's
Adam,
here, Archie picked them up from
Sarah,
the
Kat,
from the airport every
Katie,
time.
So
Yeah.
I think it's important that
good
we
move.
talk about Kevin
Proximity
mentioning
principle.
Taco Bell because we got
don't know
a
what that
comment. We got a comment over on the Patreon from Taco Bell. Literally, it's
Ooh.
from Taco Bell.
Really?
The logo is Baja Blast. Yes.
What?
Yes, the logo is Baja Blast, and it says,
Oh,
"Why
we
have
made
you
it.
forsaken me?" It says, "Why have you forsaken me?"
I haven't.
And then
I
we
still
haven't.
don't know
Kevin
once in a
literally
while.
just brought you up Taco Bell. And then Beach by Repeat just did a pointy finger up to the Taco Bell comment. So, like, people want to know, but Kevin, thank you for saving
Here's
us
the
from
thing. I
judgment.
feel like the Baja Blast thing was a Dave thing because I never had a Baja Blast really. I had
I could
one
go for
when-
one right now.
I had one when we were at the first time we went to the 301 sale or whatever. The first
Yeah, you
time I
didn't
was
like
going,
it.
it wasn't. It was a.
It's
The
delicious.
thing about Taco Bell, you never. Here's a sign it's not good food. You regret it before you eat it. You know, if you regret it before you eat it, it's bad.
Delicious. It's delicious.
No,
Gary.
dude, Taco Bell's.
It all tastes the same. My
Tastes
only
like
complaint with
shame.
Taco Bell is everything I get there. No, it's all the same thing, just in a different shape.
People still selling the hot
Yeah,
really
it's
is.
true. It is. It's just like, do you want it in a octagon?
want it in a
Would you
half
like it
circle?
in a roll, half circle, cut
Full
up
circle?
and dip?
No matter what,
still
it's
selling that
dog food.
I love it, man. That's the.
What
have
are
you
you
heard
saying
of
about
Cosmics?
hot?
Taco
you guys
Bell
heard of
hot
Cosmics?
sauce. There you go. Here you go. Right here. Check out Taco Bell hot sauce on eBay.
No.
Yeah,
Why?
they're
Big
selling
Bowl.
the
Try to bring it back to
packets. Of it.
reselling.
I don't know about Big Bowl.
You're a real downer.
250 fire taco packets. $34. There you go.
That's a way. that's a way to do it.
PaulsMerch.com said, should Rockstar Flipper change his name to Rockstar Flip Out? What do you think?
Hey.
It's pretty good. I like it.
not bad.
Rockstar Flip Out, yeah. No Nose
I
Picker
feel like
says
he's missing an opportunity to have like a guitar riff at some point. In
Railroad
his
Picker
videos.
doesn't like him either.
Railroad Picker, not a fan of a lot of things except railroading.
Yes, railroading is fun. Y'all need to add YouTube gurus to the name Trash to
You
Cash. And then Dodgy Trouser said, are there any non-reselling podcasts that you all can recommend we listen to while listening
I
to
can
shipping?
tell
No,
you
why
one
would
not
we do
to.
that? Why would we do that?
I can tell you
Why
one
would we
not
do that?
to. AI movie something or other.
AI Picks Podcast. There you go,
Yeah.
Dodgy Trousers. AI Picks Podcast. Be the 70th
You could be one of
viewer.
millions of people who don't watch AI movies podcasts.
AI
We're-
Picks. Terry.
AI, whatever it's called. I'm on it and I don't even know what it's called.
When are you
Okay?
going to go see Godzilla -1? Because I want to talk about it on
I'm
the
gonna
next
have
episode.
to go by myself. I don't think Don's
Go like
gonna
tonight.
Go.
Go right
Dude,
now.
it's late already. I might go to Tuesday. I'm gonna go.
You
I'm gonna
should
go.
go.
I want
You
to
should
see
go.
Godzilla -1 because I've heard nothing but great things about it.
It's good. It's good. Check out our podcast.
And we're gonna
to hear
see.
about it.
We're gonna watch the Grand Budapest Hotel this week for AI.
Yeah.
Picks.
Do you want to
whatever.
like
We'll talk
approve
about that.
somebody to sell on Dibit like while we're on here? I might
No,
try to do
not
that.
really,
Doesn't
no.
seem like a good use
That
of
doesn't seem
everybody's
like a good
time,
use of everybody's
Kevin.
time, Kevin.
You know, if they're here and we're here, it's our time, not
So
your
I'm looking
time,
at Pop
okay?
Socket sales. Someone sold a Simpsons donut one for $17.99.
So they broke several copyright laws. They did Simpsons and Pop Sockets and donuts, which is also trademark.
It's weird. I did sold recently. That one sold June 5th, and it's undersold recently. I don't know.
So
why
I have
that-
those Damn It dolls, and
Yes,
I
you did.
didn't put the Grinch in the title, and I said that on the show, and then people equated that to, oh, you must have watched Rockstar Philip. No, the Grinch is trademarked, and that's not a trademarked Grinch item. That's why I didn't put it in there.
Ah, okay.
It's a
Okay.
Damn It doll. It's Santa Claus with a green face and hair, so it's obviously made to look like the Grinch, but it ain't the Grinch.
Am I the
Right?
only one still buying the commemorative popcorn buckets every time I go to the movies so I can sell them to pay for
Dude,
my
the
popcorn?
Beyonce one
Am I
was
the
selling
only
for
cheap
decent
one?
money. I saw that. I thought about buying it the other night when I went to see Napoleon
got
for
the-
the second time.
I got the Willy Wonka one. It was like, it's literally just like a Willy Wonka hat. They had
Is
it
that out
at
already?
Cinemark. No, but they had it for sale. And I bought it, and it was like $20 for the popcorn in the bucket. I sold the bucket today for $45.
That's the thing. If you're eating popcorn, you might as well just pay. Yeah.
What's that?
Dude, you should do that backdoor kind of thing at the Goodwill and just talk.
Backdoor comments? What?
Yeah, befriend the guy selling the popcorn. Just like, dude, I'll give you $50 if you give me 20.
If you steal. AMC's struggling already, Kevin.
This was Cinemark.
Yeah, they're just giving you the buckets.
Cinemark has them, guys. If you want.
So don't you think the employees are like, whoosh? No,
I only go to AMC, Dave, because I like to begin my movies the appropriate way.
I don't have one of those.
Like all of the Slim Jim, Randy Savage ones that just came out, and I'm at gas stations and they're everywhere, and all of a sudden they're not there anymore. What are happening to all those? Randy Savage
Rockstar Flipper is buying them and listing them.
Rocky Top Picker has them on his YouTube, on his eBay.
Rocky Top.
Yeah,
and then he's listing them for 5x the value.
So, dude, he has his at like 800, and there's ones available for like 100 something. It's not. That's how you don't sell.
That brings up a good point. Okay, so Brandon called me today, and he was like, "Listen." First of all, he's so excited about the feedback you gave him because he says it like totally changed his perspective on his listings. So maybe you should give that feedback to everyone. What did you say to him? Something about photos or something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a photo guru by any stretch of the imagination. So I just don't like putting in the time. There are certain items I'll do background remover. I'll put a Photoshop if it's the right type of item. But a lot of items I sell, I mean, do you really need a photo backdrop for wrenches or something? You know, it's like that.
You need it to look like it's in a tool shed.
He needs to crop them down. You need the item itself to be as big as possible on the picture. And the item was here.
Yeah.
In the picture
Kevin
frame
knows.
Here.
Kevin understands that if you crop something down, it will look bigger.
But no,
it will if you crop it down. Kevin, you know what I'm talking about.
So basically, he said that was very helpful, but then it made him like start questioning his whole store. He started looking at his old store, and he's like, "Man, a lot of my comps are off now and stuff like that." So he's thinking about doing the whole store reset thing. And I said, "Dude, you should do it." I did it back in March. It's freeing, and I told him, I said, I might do it every March. I honestly might do like an annual thing.
I can't. I did 5 videos, dude. I filmed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, and I could do it again next week.
Wow.
But I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna talk less a lot and show. No, not
relatable to anybody.
You guys
listening.
Gotta see. Wait till you see my video pop tomorrow. You'll see.
There's no chance I'll see it.
I don't want to watch that.
I'd have to look for it.
Misleading people with 90-day totals or something like that.
Here, I'll tell you what. You send me a copy of it, not on YouTube, just the raw copy. I'll watch it. I don't want to give you a video.
Yeah, I don't want to give you the AdSense.
Carry on subscribe. Speaking of subscribers, this podcast is inching closer to 10,000 people. That blows my mind, y'all.
That's wild.
10,000 people on YouTube alone. So if you're listening right now, come on over and give us a follow on YouTube just to get us to. I don't think we can get there.
And if you're on our Facebook group, we exist. So just wanted you to know that.
So many people have no idea.
So many people are like, who the heck is Trash to Cash? There was this like big thing about the promoted and the Trash to Cash conversation. Like half the comments were like, "What's a Trash to Cash podcast?" I'm like, oh,
20. Dude,
I feel like I'm gonna change the banner.
Wasn't that the whole point though? I'm gonna change that Facebook is like not even being about the podcast.
But I'm going to add something to the banner saying, check out our podcast with like a little YouTube icon or something. Like they have to be aware at least that it exists.
Well, Chris, New Jersey Picker, I finally made an admin over there because I didn't know he wasn't one. Because he manages that thing.
How was he not an admin?
He was like a moderator or something. I don't know.
Weird.
Dave, you don't even know how to make people admins.
We should.
Even on there.
If somebody says out loud in the Facebook group that they don't know who we are, we should immediately ban them.
Ban them now.
Here, right? We come
check
to
the subscription list from Facebook to here, and if you're not on it,
we're gonna.
We come to this place for magic. We come to AMC theaters to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that. All of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn together. Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, Carrie, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best parts of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful because here they are.
They are, yeah. Wow. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole Kidman, everybody. That's how you start a movie. Without a doubt.
We should start the podcast like that every time.
We should have like a little saying like that.
We should get like a little saying, yeah.
Kevin, could we just use your old one from your channel?
It's our pledge. We need like a pledge. Yeah, sometimes family is everything and puppies are delicious. I don't know what it said.
I'm going to get you to watch my channel and get connected to my family and feel guilty for not watching.
Send us money.
I was watching something the other day. I can't remember. It's the guy who did the Johnny. Who's that guy with the beard that did? He did the Johnny Cash last album. He's a promoter. I don't know. Anyway, he says they asked him if he made content for the viewers, and he said, "No, absolutely not. Not ever." It's like I make content for myself because it's real. And if the viewers like it, they like it, and they usually like what's real. That's real.
Is that what
That's me.
Is that what you've been telling yourself? Because I feel like you are a manufactured product, my friend.
Yep, agreed. I was watching Selena
That's why Trash
Gomez
to Cash has helped you. We've got people to see the real you.
You've been here. Oh, my God.
I know.
That tree is real. I wish it wasn't wintertime, for goodness sake.
So I was watching a Selena Gomez. Sorry, I got distracted because our latest comment on the podcast was from Nick Picker, and I thought I said NC Picker. I'm like, is there a new NC Picker? But it's Nick Picker. But no, I was watching a Selena Gomez joint recently, a short while pooping.
A joint?
And
you're just going to end the comment there, just like we're not going to discuss it.
No, she was saying that. She was like, my advice to anyone on the internet is 99% of what you see is completely fake. And I'm like, that's not true. Kevin is fake, me and Carrie are real.
In your teens. That'll propel you.
Yeah. So it's like, it's really 33% is fake. Kevin's fake, me and Carrie are real. So it's,
I'm pretty fake, to be
you
fair. I am pretty fake. You are violently authentic to an off-putting level, Dave.
Yes.
Like, you need to stop being so authentic.
I triggered so many people on my whatnot. I triggered so many people on my whatnot because I was talking about how I don't want to take my shoes off if I'm a guest at your house, and that we probably won't be close friends if you make me take my shoes off. And a lot of people got pretty upset at me, like, "Oh, it's so rude to leave your shoes on." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I want my shoes on."
You need to first off, when you go to somebody's house, you need to do a power move. Kevin knows this. Dave knows this. Immediately,
pants off.
Do a number 2 in their bathroom. Immediately,
we're on the floor.
You walk in. You say, "I got to poop." You let them know what you're doing. Then you're gone for 15 to 20 minutes. Be gone for 15 to 20 minutes, and then when you come out, you've asserted your dominance.
That's a good idea. So, Foyo Game says, I stopped promoting a year or two ago whenever they made it 2% minimum. My question is there any way for us to get conclusive, concrete data that promoting does work? I think that's the
you're
JK
going to get
Hoover
it right
thing.
here.
I'm going to get it? Let's hear it.
No, you're not going to get it from me. You're going to get it in the comments.
Well, am I, though? Like,
yeah.
How can they prove it concretely? Like, you can't. You literally can't prove it. Even if it is true, you can't prove it.
Okay, so I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I can tell you
it'd all be anecdotal, wouldn't it? All their evidence?
It would be all anecdotal.
I think it works. I actually think it works. But I think that you could do other things that will work just as well or better and use a smaller percentage in doing so, giving a slightly better price, for instance, and doing better.
Here's what I do.
I could be wrong.
Lowest price for that item on eBay, maximum promotion.
Listen to Gail. Gail did a test. Hey, Dave, Kevin, and Carrie, promoting test for me. I used to promote everything. Sales dropped month to month. I have 3,800 listings. Now, all my new listings, I don't do promotions. Every time I do sell similar and turn off promotions. So far now, I have 1,800 items not promoted, and my daily sales are going up. I'm not saying everyone should do this, but I had to do the test, and it's been working for me. I do not see the value in promoting at this point.
Yeah. So and I don't discount your story. I think it's absolutely accurate for you. But for every one of you, there'll be somebody else who says something else. And then there's Mr. Lake Erie. Mr. Lake Erie here, who says, strike. No way. I love promoting at 37%.
Yeah, I think funny. When we talk about promotion, we don't focus enough about how it benefits eBay, and that's important. They're making a lot of money. I've said this
before, that for a while there, I thought, because what's eBay's advantage to this? Because I got a question like, do they shadow ban people? Do they purposely offload stuff and not show your items? And it doesn't make sense for eBay to not want your items to be seen to get sales. However, if you are not bringing them sales, or that item is sitting on there forever not bringing sales, then it would make sense to stop showing it, right? And so, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I liked Reseller Madness. His comment. He was cool. He had the little pocket phone carrier. Remember?
He's a great dude.
Nice guy. He says, "I've been fiddling with promoted listings for a month. I ran it all the way up to 10%, but didn't have time to list often. It didn't help all that much. Sales were medium poor and click through was awful. Turned promoted completely off. Been end sell similar my whole store. Reviewing prices in Terapeak and discounting accordingly. My impressions have tanked." So his impressions have tanked. But my page view stayed fairly steady, and sales quantity is slightly up. It seems that the paid impressions were garbage. That's a big thing about advertising, isn't it? A lot of your advertising gets wasted on eyes that don't want to see it.
Have you ever looked on Facebook and for looking up garage sales or whatever, and you see all those ads, and you know that the stuff that comes up at the top, like you Google search, and you know the stuff at the top is ads,
is an ad,
promoted,
and you skip right over it.
Maybe people are getting
I do it
smarter.
on eBay. I skip right over the ad stuff, the promoted stuff. Same with Amazon. Amazon has it too. I skip right over that stuff because I know there's probably better stuff right below it, and I just got to look for it. So people do get wise to that sort of thing. So I don't know. I think a lot of people should. So here's my point. I think if you have always promoted forever and you've never not done it, try not doing it for a month if you can bear it, and see what the result is. I'd be curious to see how much worse your sales are. Then do the math, because you know what?
Say this.
A lot of people have more time, Kevin. They're totally focused on their store. They could actually do the math. They could do the test. They could do the math, and they could say, "Oh, it actually doesn't make sense for me to promote or at this percentage." I think it's worth investigating.
That if you're not selling it via a promotion, you're not paying the promotion fee.
That's exactly the point.
This is what you should.
If that's the case, then it really doesn't matter, because the only thing you would be selling is promoted items that actually got the promotion. So
I don't think I understand any.
Don't buy hundreds and hundreds of Beanie Babies and then pay per click advertisement. Don't do that.
Yeah, Kevin, try that again, but explain it to me like I'm used to.
So this person is making organic sales that are slightly more than the sales they made before. Is that what they're saying?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Well, are you saying that those organic sales would not be there had you promoted them?
No.
Well,
no, not necessarily.
Then you're not losing money in this, because you are selling things that are promoted.
But you're paying more fines.
But the only time you're paying that fee is if it sells not being promoted, not because you paid for it promoted, but because somebody clicked on the promoted and not on the organic sale.
But if yours was promoted, they may click that instead of yours.
It's true.
That's my point.
But they may click any of the other ones.
I said, my only thing is, maybe promoted is good and should be done for certain categories. I just think it'd be interesting to try.
Well, I think you've inspired a lot of people.
I hope so. Look at your business. I mean, dude, every time at my company, every year at the end of the year, is like, what can we do to cut costs next year? And it was like they would literally hire someone, give him a 6-figure salary to try to save $1 off per piece of something we sold. Because if you take $1 of cost off per 100,000 units, it's a huge savings, more than the salary.
$100,000.
You should think about your eBay business that way and be that critical. And I think people like Tim over the years are that
We're starting to sound like the Tech and Sports podcast.
But think about it on the buy side.
This is way too intense.
Think about it on the buy side, because I got just slaughtered by 5 or 6 people in my video. It was a Zippo. There's a Zippo lighter sitting on the table down there with Rod, and I picked it up, and I think it was $3. And I'm like, I'll give you $2 for it, right? It was a generic Zippo that had like a royal flush hand on it. I'm like, this is probably worth $15-20, right? I'll give you $2 for it. And I got slammed because it sold for like 45, 50, something.
And they wanted you to pay the $3.
That's another thing I don't sell, Zippos.
Really?
Why?
I don't like, because the wicks are asbestos.
Oh my!
The wicks are not asbestos, are they? That's gotta be bull crap. I'm asking.
Ask Don. That's something like if I come across.
Money? No wonder he's selling dollar cards.
I'm actually thinking about getting rid of the dollar cards and focusing on the stuff that I'm selling for more, like the $40 Mary Poppins decoration I sold today. I didn't find it. Don did, but we sold it together.
Rest in peace, dollar cards. You were a fun
Zippo lighters have never used. This is ChatGPT. Zippo lighters have never used asbestos in their construction. The design of Zippo lighters, which has remained largely unchanged since
the wick is made of asbestos, my friend. Look at asbestos wicks. This is coming from an OCD person. I know this.
Dude,
I'm not saying you should think like
the wick of the
no,
Zippo
I know. Well,
lighter
I'm giving
is made
people a
from
little bit of my
cotton
weirdness so they
braided
can make fun of me
Carrie,
about it.
Carrie, it's made from cotton braided cord, not asbestos.
I'm talking about the old stuff, not the new stuff.
But
why are we talking about this?
Back to my point is, if Dave, how many things do you think you buy?
Kevin, I want to help him with this. Let me finish. Asbestos was used historically in some products for its heat resistance properties, but it was never suitable nor necessary for lighter wicks. Okay, it was not used in Zippo wicks. That's some TikTok bullcrap that you believed.
I should have never even gave into that anyway. I should have just bought it, but I didn't.
All right,
Dude,
Kevin, what do you want to say?
There's tons of money in Zippos. How many items do you buy a year?
Asbestos in the wick.
How many?
I'm just giving you guys something funny to make fun of me about now. I was a giver.
Carrie, how many items do you buy a year?
Do I buy a year? Goodness gracious. 10,000 plus?
Well, you do cards, right? I mean, and so I'm thinking, but people don't realize if you could save $5 on this deal, $1 on this deal, $10 on this deal, and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Over the course of a year, we're talking $5,000.
Well, you buy in bulk. Like when I go to my card shops, oftentimes I'll get like $150 worth of cards, sticker price, which is already priced under, and then they'll give it to me for $120 or $110 or $100 sometimes. So. Buying in bulk.
But you're Carrie American Robert.
Carrie, I want more of your things you don't list out of fear because I want to do some research on any of them.
Do we want to go?
Carrie,
what else are you scared of listing because it's unhealthy?
I've thought about I've honestly started. I've thought about doing like a sincere YouTube video about my OCD and stuff, but I don't want to be known as the. I'm gonna be now that I'm talking about it on the podcast. I'm gonna be known as the OCD guy.
What if you're just called the won't list picker? Right? Like something like that. I think that's a new brand for you.
But I'm also super picky. I've been doing this for longer than you, Dave. Not as long as Kevin. Yeah. Kevin's been doing it since he was selling on that one bridge in Florence that was around in the 1100s.
I remember that.
But yeah, I mean, I've been doing it like 12 years. There's a lot of stuff I don't want to deal with because it's a hassle.
Yeah, like lighters that are not a hassle at all.
Yeah, plus they can light stuff on fire.
Dude, I think I sold 2 Zippos this week.
Yeah, I'm also. I wouldn't want to sell knives. You guys are like all into knives. Those make me feel like those seem dangerous.
Like you wouldn't sell a Cutco knife?
I would, but I'm not like looking for them. I mean, if it was super obvious, like I didn't. I talked about it in a video today. I think that I put out, which is a number 1 by the way. Thank you.
Do you know what Rat Fink is, Carrie? You probably do.
Yeah,
they had it at the Webster Flea Market last time.
I love Rat Fink stuff.
I actually bought. They had it there too when I was there, Dave.
Oh, you bought it? The guy had it again?
I don't think I did. I've bought 2 lately, but I bought one at a sale. I lost footage on this one for $5. It was huge die cast with the whole Rat Fink thing. And I remembered it from way back because that was a Southern California thing. It was like a reaction to Mickey Mouse, right? And I bought it and I posted it on Facebook. I'm like, this is a first for me. You know, I knew it'd be worth something. I bought it for $5, but I didn't think it'd be worth $100 plus shipping. And some guy's like, oh, I don't want to be critical of you, but how you been reselling for this long and you didn't know that was Bolo? I'm like, dude, in rural Virginia, you don't find Rat Fink stuff. I knew enough to buy it, but it's the first time I ever remember seeing it.
I see it at the Webster a lot. That's actually how I learned about it, was I keep seeing it at the Webster, but everyone at the Webster is selling it for too much, like where you can't make money on it.
I thought I was tentative. You know how you're at the Webster, Dave, and you're like, I don't want to pay up, but I need to pay up kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I paid up what I thought was paying up for the Flintstone stuff, and I got it home, and I've got like 3 items out of there that are going to get me my $100 back, and we're going to make a bunch of money. So
speaking of Flintstones, guys, 39 straight years taking the vitamins. I'm so strong.
Carrie, Flintstones, those are dangerous, dude. You probably shouldn't sell those.
They have asbestos in them.
Dude, no, I'm strong. I'm so strong I can deal with the after effects of the Flintstone vitamins. They made me that strong.
The whole Kogan vitamin. Those weren't vitamins.
I think it all does come back to like also with the promoted what you're selling, right? Like if you're selling a pair of Converse, black Converse, and there's 4,000 other Converse listings,
Patagonia.
like you probably need to promote.
Yeah, if you're selling a lock of Grover Cleveland's hair, there's no competition, and there's no way to prove it. No COA.
So much of the stuff that we are listing,
eBay's going to kick you off for telling people to go on strike for this. Is what they're going to kick you off for.
That's and they're going to pretend it's the account name thing. It's actually going to be all about this. Yeah.
Me and Carrie's
I don't
going
know.
to
I
get
just
banned.
think the stuff we're selling. Like I found all these old.
We can hear you, Dave.
I found all these old like surfing VHS.
Yeah, you put them over there.
Like, there's none for sale on eBay, right? And every now and then I'll find a sold on eBay for like $30 or $40. Yeah. But I don't need to promote that. No one else is selling it.
Yes,
There's
right.
no need
Lord
to promote
Hamilton.
that.
Nobody will know. There's no COA, right?
Yeah.
That in Dave's world, he's okay with that.
I am okay with that. Yeah. $50. He sold that. He sold that for, and he's, it's so nice when he lists something and it sells
Where'd he get
instantly.
it? Why
At a
did he
yard
have
sale.
Okay.
I took him
Did
yard
he even
sailing.
know who Merle Haggard was?
Heck no, I didn't either. I listened to him today.
Dude.
One of
Merle
the best.
Haggard.
Oh, come on, dude. Bakersfield
Are you saying
Sound.
who Hagar?
Yeah.
Merle Haggard.
Hagar the Terrible.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't he lose the coin flip and Richie Valens went on the plane and Merle Haggard didn't? Wasn't it a coin flip or something?
Yeah, I don't know if it's him or not. One of the best lives ever was he was saying, not that Dave cares, Okie from Muskogee, and we don't smoke marijuana, and immediately Willie Nelson came on stage and started singing. It was hilarious. All right, there you go.
Shoefrap said, Dave, you may have had 16 hours total in storage container auctions, but you're very inefficient.
Yes.
If you loaded up the shelves
Thank
near
you,
your camera
Shoe
setup
Frappuccino.
and
You're
only
right.
sold from those shelves, you could sell so much more, but you do you, boo. Listen,
Yeah, it
I
adds
don't
to
want
the
to sell
suspense.
more. It takes 2 days to ship what I am selling. I do not want to sell 400 items. That sounds horrible.
Okay,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you could
dude.
do it in less time.
Dave's 8-hour auctions are great proof of why you don't want to overbuy and you want to like stick to it. Like that's why it's proof that I want to focus on cards more and more. I make more money on them first off on whatnot.
Look at
They're
y'all
so
niching
easy
down.
to ship. It's so easy to ship and quite
And
frankly I'm
Don
good
makes
at it.
the money, so
I don't
Yeah,
really
Don will get the
regret.
stuff that makes the money.
I don't really regret the overbuying. It's brought me like $7,000 now.
Yeah.
And
Yes, but how much did you spend on the stuff, Dave? You've forgotten about it. It's a sunk
that's
cost
all
to you at this
sunk
point.
cost from years ago.
Exactly.
I already wrote it
It
off.
might be
It's gone.
$40,000 worth of stuff over 4 years of
Fake
buying.
money. If
You
spent
can't
it 4
lose
years
if you
ago,
don't
it
know
doesn't
what
count.
you spent, Carrie. And listen, if you
That's
want to
the
know what
key.
you spent, use my reseller Genie, sponsor of the Trash to
Yes.
Cash Orlando Bash.
Dave's reselling advice, guys: buy something, put it in a storage
For so long
container
that you
for
forget
a
what you
couple
paid.
years. Forget what you paid for it. It's all profit.
I still
all
think
profit
that's
at that
part of the intrigue because nobody knows when Dave goes back to the back of that thing what he's going to come out with. Dave doesn't even know.
Tina pulled out an Alf. Like she came for like an hour and she was just pulling some stuff. She pulled the Alf in package, like the original Alf with like the cassette deck thingy in the package, just sitting back there.
Wow, dude, that's.
Ruxpin, Alf.
Has there been stuff, Dave, when you've been back there and you've started to pick it up? You're like, oh wow, that was a terrible buy. I'm not even going to put it on whatnot.
Maybe the electronics.
Have you watched
The
this
There's
one?
nothing you won't put on.
No,
whatnot.
so the electronics, because like I not only bought them, but I also then proceeded to put them in a 120-degree container for years. So like they
Golf
probably
club
none of them work.
grips are
Would be
just
my
melted
guess.
off.
Yeah.
Melted.
Yeah, I have
So much
melted
melted
golf grips.
merchandise.
Yeah, like that's the issue. But like she also pulled out an old Star Wars sheet and blanket set from the 70s.
Dude, that stuff's
that
great.
was like amazing. It was
Put on
amazing.
Dibit.
It's just sitting there. And well, no, it's sold on whatnot, but
That's what I learned from Macklemore. Pee on sheets, it sells.
if you pee on them personally,
Yeah, haven't you heard the thrift store song?
I never listened to
Yeah.
the lyrics. I just
I'm going
like
to pop
the,
some tags.
Yeah,
The
see,
hook.
Kevin's hip with it.
Hey,
He
did
knows
I
what's
start
up.
it-
They did a sizzle reel for me like 4 years ago, and they wanted to, all these shows. Did you
Yeah.
interview for that show, by the way, Karen? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tuesday because they didn't want me to
Okay.
do it in my car. So yeah,
Oh,
it's going to
well,
be
there you
Tuesday.
go. Anyway,
I was
they
on
did
vacation.
try to sell me to some show of something during COVID or something, and they did a sizzle reel, and they did that as the video. I'm like, this doesn't exactly
Watch me.
fit me.
Watch
at
me get this
all.
show now, Kevin, because I don't care anymore. Watch.
Yeah.
Like I don't even care
Oh,
anymore.
did
And now
you
I'm
see
going to
this?
get it.
Oh, what are you talking about? The TV show?
Yeah, because I don't even care. I'm just going to like I'm going to be like whatever, guys. That's the
Do you
gonna be
think
my
they're going to
attitude.
make a show? Like, there's actually going to be a show?
I doubt it.
Okay.
It's always
I think
that.
there is. I'm going to say there is, but it's not going to be me because I was like,
You were nerding it
Doesn't
up.
sound that exciting.
I actually did. They asked you to do a video, like send in a video clip. I'm like, dude, I'm going to spend hours making this montage
like work.
video.
Nope.
Like,
Yeah.
just go click on the YouTube channel.
Watch my
Yeah.
That's
YouTube.
what I told them, and they probably didn't like it. But I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, you know how long it take to make a montage video like that? Jeez.
The only person I know in our niche that went on TV never came back.
Who's
He
that?
went and
Dante?
decided to drive trucks.
No, he's
Wait,
not the only
No,
one. They
dude,
did,
Knobloch, Walter. Blake.
Yeah, and
he was on TV.
Yeah, he was on Extreme Unboxing.
Who's the couple? The dumpster diving couple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Steve and Steph Resell Killers, and then the family something business. I forgot what they were called.
The family flips. Yeah, the family flips. Yeah.
But there's been some people that went on there like that were in the storage. I can't remember.
I'm telling you guys, Redneck Picker, go look him up. He's still on YouTube. He got a History Channel show. He did. It was called where he was like an expert. I'm not joking.
I think Tim would make the best show over the years.
Yeah, dude.
So did you see
Tim and
Tim is just Tim, if you're listening, you're a Jim. You're a Jim.
Undiscovered.
Kevin is weirdly obsessed with you, Tim. Like I like you, but Kevin has like an unbelievable obsession about you.
On the podcast, in private, it's weird.
He just texts me pictures of you.
Yeah, he's like,
look at his face.
Look at Tim's beard today,
Kevin.
4 years ago,
I wish I could grow a beard. That's what he says.
Him and Josie and Ma Dukes going out and buying stuff, and I'm like, dude, this stuff is gold. These 3 characters, and they know what they're doing. Tim knows what he's doing. And by the way, he said, "LOL, you are not using scan sheets?" ? I'm so confused. No, I don't use scan sheets.
I don't even know what a scan sheet is.
My goal is
talking
to make
about Scantrons, like the
You don't know what a Scantron? When you're done shipping you don't know because you don't ship. So when Dawn's shipping on
I never use eBay, they always would ask for that. I'm like, no, you individually. I want to make sure it works. You individually scan each one. This is what you're paying for.
You stand there and watch.
I'm not taking no Scantron to them.
I just drop it off here. They're like,
I'm
not paying attention for 10 minutes.
I just leave it. I don't even check to see if they scan it, honestly.
I don't either. I just leave like 4 carts worth.
And then they bring it back to Dave's. They bring it back to Dave's house.
No, I haven't had any issues since. I mean, they're still not picking up, but I haven't even asked them to pick up because, like, it seems like every time I need to pick up...
You should wait till they, fire some people.
Yeah, you got to wait till they have new leadership.
It's always like 100 packages now, and I'm like, I don't want them to have to come pick this up. It's insane. So
You're
I just
afraid
drive
of the post office, aren't you?
Listen, did you
You're
see
afraid of that
Christina's
lady.
comment, Kevin? She said, I liked it better when Kevin and Dave seemed like they were friends.
Yeah,
now it seems like
I've
they don't
noticed
like
that
each
too.
other at all.
Okay, can I give
want you
you
to be good buddies?
Can I give
Go
you
ahead.
some good news? Since your AI kicks is so terrible and not doing well.
It is bad. Yeah.
I can tell you this. Remember the video you guys did, just the 2 of you without me, and it came out of the gate just so poor, and I ripped on you for it?
Mm-hmm.
Go look at it now.
Was it our fireside chats?
Yeah, it's the one with just you and Carrie from last month.
Recently. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a number one now because it's so good? There's just
No,
palpable chemistry.
I should probably look it up first so I can tell you, not waste everybody's
We
time.
actually talk about reselling when it's me and Dave because we get
Look at
bored.
the
9,500
look at the
views.
scale
Oh,
on
look at
that.
that.
For 26
wow.
days, nobody watched it, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, we got to see this. We got to see it."
Interesting. Yeah.
That's what's going to happen with the movie podcast.
Well, literally,
nobody's
the
going to
title-
watch it for years, and we're not going to give up.
Only when Kevin is not there can the title be "The Flea Market Pants Peeing Incident."
And so 26 days of nothing, and then all of a sudden, whoop.
Are they commenting about the
I don't
peeing?
know.
Dude, that's what the algorithm wants. They want more
So, yeah,
pants.
they
peeing
want
The
me to
newest
incidents.
comment.
take a
The newest
vacation.
comment is from Marky Mark Las Vegas. Dave's videos are for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Marky Mark. You get it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Here's
That
an
was-
I'm
interesting.
not trying to
criticism.
teach you.
Yeah,
this
YouTube is
podcast.
about entertainment and entertainment only. Don't let anybody fool you with numbers
That's
and
not true.
trying to teach you.
That's true. Do you really think that's true, Carrie?
No, I don't think that's true. But I'm exaggerating. Yes, I'm exaggerating. But I think you have to be somewhat entertaining, or it doesn't work.
Of course. Well, look at what Froggy did, right? Like Froggy doesn't teach you how to resell, right? It's the entertainment of the cool collector kind of stuff that he gets, and he kind of shifted into that, and he gets so many views, right? And so you're right; it's more about entertainment. But at the same time,
But
if you're
some
going to be in
people
the
find-
reseller niche and not give
Some people find
any-
the heavy number stuff entertaining. Honestly, there's a lot of YouTube channels that are very, very popular that are heavy on the back end. I feel like of eBay.
I think they're successful. Would you say very, very popular? I think there's a lot of successful channels.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Successful, not super big.
Because
but
I watch
successful.
them. I watch them. I watch all of them. Because
I know, man.
Like I told,
Every time-
I like to
every
steal their
time Jay-
content.
any-
It sounds smart.
This is how you find Kevin live. If J-Ride is live somewhere, Kevin's commenting every time. I'm always in the background, and Kevin's just commenting the whole time.
Oh.
I feel
I
like
can
you're
only
trying to
remember
get
doing that
J-Ride.
once, but
I feel like
okay.
you're trying to get him to take my spot.
Well,
in the
I tell you
podcast.
what. Speaking of him, and I didn't mention.
He seems
him
like he'd
on
be a
my
good
video.
drop-in.
He would be.
But
He probably
Similar
would,
history.
honestly.
I tried to.
Does he know Spanish?
Yeah, I think he served in a Spanish.
Yeah, dude, he's got a brain that's it's pretty good. But I tried to get Pete. I told Pete, I said, Pete, would you come on and talk about, explain dibit and whatever? We can maybe get Jocelyn to come on the podcast and whatever. And he's like, I don't know about Dave and Carrie though.
Why would they explain? Yeah. Why would he come on to explain dibit? That makes no sense.
Because he's on it. I mean, to talk about it.
Dibit's not his.
He's not on Dibit.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean. Shut up. Jeez.
Listen, Pete. If he's not lying, you're not invited.
I'm not lying.
That hurts my feelings, Pete.
Figure out that language. It was pretty poorly done.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't think you know what I mean.
Kevin admires Pete almost as much as he admires.
Hey, dude, I find it interesting. I've said this for years because social media is not going to last forever. It just isn't. It doesn't for hardly anybody. I think
I'm asking ChatGPT about that.
Yeah, let's ask ChatGPT
social media
about something.
Forever. Anyway,
when are you taking over? Ask when they're taking over everything.
In other words, you gotta have a plan after, right? I'm not young.
So what do you do after, Kev?
Well, I think people have to evolve and do like you've seen other creators evolve through. Josh doesn't do what he used to do.
Yeah, he's
right?
doing
he used to do
lives
and have interviews on.
Yeah, he used to have good
people
content.
Change.
Yeah, now I don't know what the heck he's doing. He's just throwing darts at the wall at this point.
I swear, Josh and family are on Whatnot just all day. They just don't even do anything but Whatnot anymore.
I think what it is, though, and I could be wrong, so he can tell me in the comments, he had such a massive buy that you can't have the same topic kind of drive your social media for so long. At some point, you got to sell out of that stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, you can't just continually talk about an old sale, like name the sale. And then continually for years and years reference it.
See,
and
I've stopped
that you're selling
that,
from it.
Carrie.
Yeah, and you can't just sell the same stupid Enemin every single day.
You can't do that for years and be taken seriously.
And soon, after we sell about 90 more of the Series 2,
90 more? How are you selling this many plush? I still have my 90 pigs I ordered a year ago. Guys, buy a Death Pile support pig.
Enema and we're down to 90.
That's how you know how many
need your money.
You'll be happy.
That's how you know how many new resellers are coming in. The people who are getting hornswoggled into buying those.
Yep. They want to try to get their store. Listen, what's a better buy?
Wait, let me tell you.
eBay promoted or an Enemin?
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
Well, dude, somebody test that.
One is proven 99.8% of the time. One is apparently worth a class action lawsuit. I'm going to get sued.
And we don't know which.
There's no proof. I still have. I ordered more ornaments this year, Dave. Yeah. I think somebody told me to do that. And I normally ordered 40 and they go in 2 days. Well, I ordered 100 and 40 went in 2 days. And we still have 11 left of those ornaments. So I don't know if I'm going to sell them out this year.
Well, but then they sell them for twice as much next year.
That's true.
They're limited edition. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So how are your eBay sales on this reselling podcast, guys? Do you have like a big item you sold last week? I mean, we like to have segments. I sold a bunch.
Do you have
like a standout item?
Like Dave's big items.
I sold $1,000 comic. I sold $1,000.
I sold $100 tie today.
$100. That's pretty good. What's the brand?
Tie. It is Fornacetti. Actually, I'm the one who found it.
You get that at the bin?
I found that at a garage sale. Carrie, nice. I'm pretty sure it was me. So I'm going to take full credit for that, Don. Buddy. If you're listening, you're not. But if you were, full credit.
It's Vero, Carrie. Sorry.
Hey, man. Buddy.
Okay, so can I... Kevin, do you have an item?
There wasn't asbestos in it, so I sold it.
Give me a minute, because I found a couple of cool things I sold, but I'm looking at my recently sold.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. So someone has gone on, and they have duplicated my eBay listing for my comics, for pretty much all of them. And I'm saying an exact duplicate. My photos, my description, my title, everything is exactly the same. The only difference is their price is like $600 more on each comic. So what is the scam? What is the play there?
Hey, you've got a troll. This is the same person
you think it's just a troll?
Who is everything you sell on Dibit, they're immediately buying.
No, they're trying to use you as a wholesaler, because if they were to sell one of those,
drop ship? Is that
if they sell one of those, they're gonna buy yours and drop ship it to the buyer.
You're very right, Carrie.
But why would someone buy theirs? But why would someone buy
take yours down, change the name of it, and then up the price above theirs? See if they notice. Get them.
But that's the thing, is they're pricing it so high above market value. Why would someone buy theirs instead of mine?
Is the title
maybe they're using?
Yes. Maybe they're promoting.
Are they promoting it? Yeah. Pay per click.
They might be promoting.
Honestly, dude, this is an interesting thing. Actually,
I thought it was interesting.
Drop shipping from eBay to eBay.
But
I think you know who it is.
It's Rockstar Flip. Oh, it's Daily Refinement.
No, it's not in here.
He doesn't have an eBay.
Who's the drop shipper you?
Yeah, it's still up. It's still up. It's my LRG Supply, and it's $4,700, and it is it's sponsored. It is promoted.
Yeah, you should go on their page. Everybody. Well, we probably shouldn't promote this, but everybody go on their page and see if they're doing that to other listings. They might be doing that on everything.
Hey, here's what you do. This is what you do. Send them a message.
I'm just going to cancel the order if they buy it.
No. Oh. What you do is you send them a message and say, I will buy this right now if you can overnight it.
Yeah.
And see what they say.
Well, I can't because
everybody should put
I already messaged them and they ignored me.
Well, use your wife's fake account that you made just in case.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I don't know. I'm all for it. I don't like that they're using my picture. Yes.
Okay, so they're just betting on promoted because those things will show up on Google and different places. Bonanza.
Yeah. Yeah.
I change your titles and everything.
I sold a North Carolina bag. I got to give a shout out. Mike is far too nice. He saw this bag and he pointed at it, and so I went over there and bought it. It was from your crazy guy down there in Florida. It was a North Carolina bag, like from the 70s.
Oh yeah.
And it sold for $150 plus shipping. $150 plus shipping. Crazy for a bag.
So that's pretty cool. I looked on this whole other thing. How much you sell? $150 for the bag?
Yeah, I sold a clock for $142.95 plus shipping.
This is where the theory falls apart. Okay, so he's got this Galactus book listed at $4,700, and it's a 7.0. Someone has a 7.5 listed at $4,000. So he's literally $700 higher than a better graded book. That's the thing that doesn't make sense.
The comic book market, much like sports cards, I imagine, has gone down a bit in the last year or two, but there's some people who might not know how much it's gone down, and if he's promoting it, he might get somebody who just kind of
But it does break the eBay terms, right? This is against the rules on eBay. Yeah. You're not supposed to drop ship, and you're not supposed to misrepresent where the item is.
What you do...
Like, I looked that up. It says in Pennsylvania. It is in Florida.
Here's what you do, Dave. So when it if you see his sell, right, then you know he's going to buy yours.
So just take it down.
No, what you do is you just ship something completely different to that person. And since it got drop shipped, then eBay will back you up. And then there you go.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty like literally just ship like a really crappy comic book that's worth like $10.
Have you ever had a return when somebody does the drop ship for the DVD VCR combo, and you send that thing? I'm not saying do that, by the way. Just it's funny. If something goes wrong with the shipping and whatever, and it's a drop shipper, I've never had a drop shipper return something because they can't.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, well, I will look out. If they buy it, I might do some experiments.
I sold a Kiss belt buckle, $125 plus shipping.
Wow. That's a lot of belt buckle.
Parcheesi parts, the cups and movers,
Why did I ask this question?
I'm sorry, I love it. I can't help it.
What did you sell on Dibit, Kevin? What's your best Dibit sale?
Dibit sale. Yeah, and I've been
putting stuff on Dibit. I've been putting stuff on Dibit that I don't put on eBay now because I kept
don't cross list because you have screwed up every time you've done it.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't. If I have something, I only put it on Dibit.
If it's Mercari or Poshmark, based on my 90% Poshmark cancellation rate, I will cancel it on Poshmark.
That Dig Dug sold today
on Mercari and Poshmark.
Wayne's World figures sold yesterday. No, a few days ago. Sold an ET, sold a few ET pins.
I may have sold the most, for the record, of everybody.
Thundercats, yeah. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 sales over there.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15
all by different people. All by different buyers, by the way. That's interesting. Cool.
To be fair, I'm selling cheap stuff. I don't play the Dave game of $3,000 comics, mostly because I do not own any.
How much have you made, Dave?
On what comics?
How much, like total comics?
I've only sold one for $1,000.
No, but you've sold some other ones that weren't graded.
Oh yeah, I've made a lot on those. I don't know. A lot.
It's all right.
A decent quantity. What's crazy is I actually still have a whole drawer full of comics that I have not listed yet that are high value that I'm probably going to get graded. that will add quite a bit of income to the whole equation.
Cross-list them to Bonanza, and you probably sell a few of them.
I literally sold a comic on Posh yesterday. That's what I was saying. I've been selling a lot on Posh and Mercari.
I haven't sold anything on Posh for a long time.
Did you see that person on the Facebook group that said they bought? I think it was I Buy Chit. He found the trifecta of trash to cash items. He got ET jewelry. Mm-hmm. He got, what was the carry item? Cards, and he got lighthouses.
Where?
At one yard sale. At one yard sale.
There we go.
And they look like my lighthouses too, the same ones I keep selling. So I think they were the harbor
lighthouses.
I don't care if you're making money on those. It's an embarrassing pickup. It's just weird. Why are you
making a lot
of
money on those?
You are. It's kind of bugging me how good you're doing on them, honestly.
Yeah, you trashed them pretty good, Gary.
Speaking of that, I did a Dave, and I sold a train, a Lionel train.
And I
accidentally did free shipping. Well, that happened too. That happened today. But I did free shipping, and the item ended up getting promoted and price dropped. So it sold for $13 free shipping, and it's a 2-pound package. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a lot of money here.
You just made a charitable donation.
I've had that happen a few times where I lost a little bit.
I thought I charged shipping on all the trains. I don't know how that happened. But sometimes you mess it up. Well, that's why Carrie always does plus shipping, except for when he doesn't.
James Space says, the guy, I just started watching this podcast. These guys are funny, but the guy on the left should do comedy. I assume that's...
I think it was Dave. Dave's always on the left. Yeah, Dave, you should do comedy, dude.
I don't know if I like all this love. I liked it better when we liked each other, Dave.
Yeah, I feel like you've drifted apart.
We've, Dibdit's kind of made us clash a all little bit.
Ever since Kevin got all the money.
Yeah, exactly. The tattoo and then the nipple piercings. He's changed a lot over the last year and a half.
There's no piercings. Not any of them.
Not any of them.
No.
That would be
all
a
right,
lot of money.
Thank you guys for watching. We're ending it here. Good night.